What's up, y'all? So today we're gonna do a quick get ready with me slash vlog is what I'm hoping. Today I'm meeting Leah Penniman. Penniman. You know what? I'm really bad with names. Okay, but it's a school. I haven't done a school vlog in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to chit chat with y'all while I get ready because I gotta be out of here in like an hour. And well, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I'm meeting Leah Penniman, and she's an author, a food activist, really cool lady. She's speaking at my school today, and I will hopefully have lunch with her later today. But yeah, so I thought I'd take y'all on this little vlog situation with your girl because I haven't done anything at school yet. But I have been busy with school. Hence why my uploads have been real sparse recently. But I'm getting back, you know, I'm readjusting to life as a college student, okay? But yeah, so I'm going to this Farming While Black event, well, like seminar, and I'm excited, you know, because she talks about how back in the 1920s, black people owned like 80% of the lands, and like we dominate like the agricultural industry, and now we own less than 2%. Yeah. So she's really into informing people in urban communities also about food and how to eat properly, and just like educating people about farmers and just like, I don't know, food deserts and stuff like that. I'm interested in it. I just realized, you know, for those of you who don't know, I'm in culinary school, and I graduated last year with my associate's degree in baking and pastry, and I'm here for my bachelor's degree. So it's kind of weird to see like how the industry has changed, and like there's so many different aspects of the food industry that people really don't talk about, like food insecurity, food deserts, lack of knowledge in nutrition. And I didn't think I would, but I'm very interested in this topic of educating people on food, especially people in like urban communities and stuff like that, because it's very important for people to know what's going into their food, how to get it, how to cook it, how to, you know, what does kale look like from collards, you know what I'm saying? It's like little things like that. And I didn't realize that a lot of people didn't know, because growing up I ate vegetables, you know, and I grew up in the South, and grandma would go get the fresh peas, you know what I'm saying? We had a fig tree in the backyard, like granddad had a tomato plant, like, but there's a lot of people who can't identify nectarines from peaches and stuff like that. And I think it's important now that I have this knowledge to share it and to educate people on, especially people of color, because we are prone to so many diseases and health issues, heart problems, you know, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. Like, come on. It's super important that information like this gets out into the community, which I'm really here for. Another thing that some of you, I don't know, I guess a lot of people don't know, I guess on YouTube, that I'm also the president of the Black Culinary Society on campus. So my job entails, you know, educating the campus and about being African American and things like that, as well as supporting the Black students on campus or like the students of color on general, because our campus is very small, and just supporting them, being there for them. We know we have events and stuff like that, but like any other club, but we're here as like a support group, you know what I'm saying, because there's not many of us, and I love it. It's my first time like being president. I've been on the board for 2 years now, and I've been vice president for like ever, but I just haven't had the chance to be president. It's a lot of pressure, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they don't tell you about all these things when it comes to leadership, that you'll be writing emails like it's text messages, and especially if you're very goal oriented like I am. Like, I want to get things done. I want to network. I want us to be great, you know, because we're definitely overlooked in the food industry in general, I feel like. So as coming from the top culinary school in the world, you know, we gotta be A1, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want us to be great, and I want us to build bonds and connections so that when we go out into the industry, we're not alone, if that makes sense. Like, so yeah, like, I'm excited to hear her speak today. I bought her book. Let me grab it. This is her book, Farming While Black. It's a pretty, wow, it's struggling here. It's a pretty hefty book. Excuse my nails. I did my nails last night at 12 o'clock at night, and they didn't, I thought they were dry, and I went to bed, and I woke up this morning, and they look like absolute doo-doo. So we're just not going to talk about that. But this is her book, and very powerful images in this book. She talks about, like, look at this. Like, when I saw this, my heart, like, dropped. Like, this, like, if you think about it, Black people have contributed more in this world than you think, okay? Just about everything that we take for granted now, our ancestors definitely had an influence on that. So like, she has different chapters, and it's like honoring the spirit of the land, restoring degraded land, the history, finding land and resources, Black land matters is one of the, is the introduction, and there's just a lot of history in this book, a lot of insight, and she did an amazing job writing this. Like, she definitely got down to the root of things in this book. So if you're looking for a good read and you're like into like agricultural type stuff, you know, check this book out. I don't know what my outfit's gonna look like today. I haven't gotten that far. I mean, I have picked out an outfit, but I'm not sure about it. Because it's like 30 degrees and it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Why, Jesus? And my sweet mates really love to have the AC on. I don't know what that's all about, but listen, I'm from the South. We don't do AC in the winter. Thank you. Okay, back to talking about school. So I'm in the process of planning Black History. Ooh, excuse me. I'm in the process of planning Black History Month, and it requires a lot. Like, I'm reaching out to chefs, former alum, former BCS members, like all kinds of stuff, right? And you know, I'm also, you know, taking my little credit system instead of my little 15. I think next semester I take 18, whatever. And so it's been real hectic. I'm not gonna lie. It's been real hectic around these parts recently. But, you know, the Lord got me, you know. Ooh, it was already open. But yeah, definitely been a little hectic in my life. But, you know, it's all for the greater good. That's what I tell myself. It's all for the greater good. Leadership. Nobody tells you that leadership is a real struggle. Okay, let me do this again. You have to be there for people when you don't want to be. You gotta always be on your P's and Q's. Do the deeper. You know, I thought I was ready. You know, I was like, I can do this. Baby, it's been like a solid month. Okay. And this joint's hard, okay? Like, dang. Wish people would just let me live. But you know, we always can't get what we want. I really love this color. Like, wow. Let me just put this all over my lid. Oh, and I did my hair this week, finally. Usually I wear turbans throughout the week. It's just like my personal preference in the winter. But now I'm not in the kitchen, so like I can do my hair. And that's like really baffling to me because I don't usually have to do my hair. So now I have the option to do my hair, and it's really weird. And I realize I don't like my hair, so loving it. You know, having natural hair is so great. It's a bit much. I had deep conditioner in for 2 days straight. Yep, I went to work and everything. Alright. Alright, that's about as good as it's gonna get today. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? Oh, it's only 8:50. It's like early, you know. I can still get breakfast. Whoa! I can still go get breakfast. Do I want to though? No. I swear, like I'm in culinary school and we are like the bougiest little kids ever. Like we literally hate all the food here. But that's just me personally. Actually, everybody's the food here. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it's the life we live. I'm trying to figure out what lip. I just put on my Fenty gloss, but I don't know. Did I really do my makeup this quick? Quick beat. My eyebrows need to be done so bad, but we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. What is this? Let's use this lip liner. It's from Huda Beauty. It's called Spice Girl. It's a lip liner. That's about it for that. Moving on. Yo, honestly, I don't know why I'm into like old school jam. I couldn't, you know. Okay. I am into old school jams recently. Like, on my playlist right now, I got like Stay the Night by Mariah Carey. That is my jam. Like, why did I always leave it? Like, that song just speaks to me. Okay, so I washed my hair, but I didn't really like do my hair, so we're just gonna see what happens with my hair because I detangled it and everything while I was in the shower, and then I was like, I'm tired, so I just put some leave-in conditioner on the ends, and then I greased my scalp last night, and I was like, and we're gonna hope for the best and we're gonna go to sleep. And so these are definitely stuck together low-key, probably because they were washed together, you know what I'm saying? But you know, my hair is pretty like flexible, so we'll see what happens. I'm really not into laying my baby hairs. I think that shit's overrated. I really do. But y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, our baby hair is really important. Like, I don't think Harriet Tubman was like laying her baby hairs. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, Madam C.J. Walker. I just, all the pictures I seen her, she had no laid baby hairs, so I don't think it's that important, you know. But that's just me. Also, my hair is mad thick, so some females ain't got no edges, and they be laying they grown hair edges, not they baby hair, but they grown hair. And I'm just looking at the mad confused, like, girl, them joints is like. I'm gonna catch y'all once I'm dressed and ate breakfast. So I had all intentions on wearing this outfit, but now I'm not really into it. Like, I think I'm just gonna wear my Uggs. I think it's because of the boots, in all honesty. Like, everything else is fine, like it's cute and all, but I'm just not feeling the boots with the outfits. I thought it would, but I'm walking blackish, by the way. So yeah, but y'all, I'm all about comfort. You know, I decided we're gonna go ahead with these Uggs and walk across campus in this 30-degree weather, because got my legs out, so you know. Yeah, no. But today I'm gonna carry my Black Girl Magic backpack because they're my Crocs, because Crocs are life. Don't you ever judge Crocs. But yep. Today's outfit though, because well, I'm all about comfort. I have like 2 tests and a meeting and a phone call, so yes, legs shining. Yes, come through, Nair. Okay, Nivea, olive oil. Okay. Yes. Yes. Give it a little poncho. This poncho's from New York and Company. This skirt is from Sears. I feel like it's for tall people because well, it's like hella high on me, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, I make it work as a short person. You know what I'm saying? And long sleeve shirt. You know, from Old Navy. You know, rocking with the Old Navy. But yeah. Boom. So it's not as cold as I thought it was gonna be outside, but it's still pretty cold and it's super windy. But you know, the event starts at 11. It is 10:25, so it's like a 10-minute walk to where I'm going. But I heard it's supposed to be real packed, and I'm not missing out on a good seat. Okay, so. Yeah, campus is cute. Yeah, see y'all at the event. Hold on. This is east. North is that way. Everyone's pointing in different directions. This way. I was saying, what was that way? We're gonna pretend that this is east, and we're gonna face east. And at the count of 3, I'm gonna ask each person to think of the name of an ancestor who made a sacrifice for you. So I don't know my ancestor's name. Today. And at the count of 3, we're all gonna say their names in unison with a strong voice that honors them. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Madam C.J. Walker. Fucking hate you. Fucking hate you. Small last chair, my big ass.
Also in our tradition, before we do anything, we don't just acknowledge our ancestors, we also acknowledge the original and rightful stewards of the land. So where our farm is in Grafton, New York, which is a couple hours north of here, the rightful stewards are the Stockbridge, Muncie, Mohican people who were forced onto a reservation in Wisconsin in the mid-1800s. And who are surviving and thriving today and doing the best to reclaim some of their land. And of course, it's not enough to just mention them, right? We have to all be working towards rematriation, that is the return of lands to the people from whom it was stolen. So I'm curious, who knows here, who are the original and rightful stewards of the lands upon which we sit right now?
Native Americans. Lawrence people.
Everybody has homework. So I am going to reach back tomorrow and I will expect to get a return to my email that you all know that and that you make sure that on a regular basis you're considering that history of genocide and displacement and doing what you can towards the return and repatriation. I'll do my homework too, because you should all know all the places, right? And lastly, before we get started, I want to shout out my team. Sometimes we get in this like celebrity chef, celebrity activism, celebrity farmer kind of thing. It can be really dangerous. It puts a lot of pressure on people. If you think one person is the whole movement, or they have to fix all the world's problems by themselves, you know, Martin Luther King was not the civil rights movement, right? There were thousands of people involved. So this is just a few of the people that are Soulfire Farm. We have farmers on our team: Larissa, Letitia, Demaris, Ceci, and Olive. We have people who do education, like Amani and Jess and I, and my kids and my husband Jonah. They build all the structures. And so just want to shout out the team and remind us to always give context to our work. So, I'm going to tell you a story. In Haiti, which is where my mother's limits on the workday, child labor protections, all that stuff. But as I mentioned, you know, because the Southern Democrats and Republicans were switched back then, the Southern Democrats literally would not vote for this legislation if it included Black and brown people. That's when the exception clause came in that said agricultural workers, domestic workers, food workers, these laws do not apply to. And that has changed for Social Security. About a generation later, Social Security was guaranteed for all workers. But a lot of the labor laws still haven't changed, you know, and so it's something that we're trying to work harder on as a farm, is to make sure we're really in solidarity with farm workers and food workers. Like $2.13 tip minimum wage, like that's not a livable wage. People shouldn't have to work 3 jobs in order to survive, or all these long hours in order to survive. So at the same time as there was the rise of the Bracero program, there was the Great Migration, Black folks were losing their land. Right? And I mentioned racial terrorism as one of the reasons, but it wasn't actually the biggest reason. Does anyone know what the U.S. Department of Agriculture is supposed to do for farmers?
Support them. Support them.
Help them. Actually, like, the biggest piece of legislation we have in the United States is the Farm Bill. It's like a $9 billion piece of legislation. It's how we get food stamps, all that stuff. But yeah, the U.S. farming is a really government-regulated, subsidized sector of the economy. It couldn't survive without subsidies, which is a whole other economics conversation. But USDA provides crop insurance, technical assistance, crop allotments to make sure we're not overproducing, grants and loans to farmers, whole universities that support farmers. And over the decades, the USDA categorically excluded Black and Indigenous and Latinx and women farmers from their services. And the way they were able to get away with this is a lot of the decision making happens at the county level. So farmers elect their county reps, and those county reps are the ones that you have to meet with. You know, so if Farmer Joe goes up to the office and says, you know, we had a drought for 2 years, I need this loan for irrigation, if there's a relationship with camaraderie, you know, that application might get approved. You know, if this rabble-rousing Black farmer who just signed a petition and went to go register to vote and is involved in this civil rights stuff comes, you know, that application might find its way into the trash. And that happened decade after decade, to the point where in 1982, the U.S. Civil Rights Commission said, the USDA is the #1 cause of the decline of the Black farmer and will be responsible for the extinction of the Black farmer if we don't turn it around. And we'll get a little later into some of the more recent victories around that, but Black farmers went from 14% of the nation's farmers to 1% today. And of course, just a few more points about stolen land and stolen labor before we get to some happier stuff, is that this was happening in the North too. You know, it wasn't just in the South. Folks came up to Detroit and Chicago and Pittsburgh and Boston, and they found that racism in the North a little different. There was this thing called redlining. You know, redlining is when the federal government in the 1930s commissioned these maps to be made of neighborhoods that ranked them from most to least desirable in terms of lending. And of course, communities of color were outlined in red as least desirable, too risky. So banks wouldn't give mortgages.
So then we couldn't own our house.
So if 80% of the wealth in this nation is inherited, and the number one way intergenerational wealth is created and maintained is through real estate, property, houses, right? It's no wonder that the Pew Research Center says that right now the wealth gap between white and black is 13 to 1, which has doubled in my lifetime. Because wealth begets wealth. And if you don't have a means to access a home, you know, folks came home from World War II, the GI Bill was given no interest mortgages to all the veterans. I can count on my two hands the number of black people who received those loans out of thousands. And that was because they couldn't get loans in the neighborhoods because of the red line, right? So we have this land disparity too in the North. And today, you know, it's not over. It shows up for consumers. This beautiful young person is here in a soup kitchen getting the food that she needs. 1 in 3 black children in this country is hungry, is food insecure. Right? 1 in 6 white children in this country are food insecure. And this is not just hunger, it's diabetes, heart disease, obesity. You know, because if you only have a couple dollars in your pocket and the only store in your neighborhood has hot Cheetos and Takis and Blue Drink, but they don't have whatever amazing thing you all are cooking up for one another, you know, then these chronic illnesses start to set in, and that undermines our ability to learn, you know, to have healthy lives, to participate in our democracy. And all this, as much as it's impacting human beings, is also impacting the planet.
All right, y'all. So the event's over, clearly. But we ended up having lunch, which was really good. We talked about just like school and stuff and what's important to us and how important it is to have our roots involved and to be one with the earth and all that great stuff. She's really down to earth, really cool lady. I appreciate her coming out and speaking to us, and I'll probably add some footage from the event in this video. So yeah, so peace out. It's cold and I'm so over this. I'm so over this weather already. All right, toodaloo.